Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel, and I am back down at my Oxfordshire syndicate now. The water level has come up somewhat since I was here before Christmas. There is only a couple of pegs that are actually fishable, but I've managed to get back in. Of course I managed to get back in because I'm the only person here in the peg where I caught the fish from last time. I've had a little look this morning, probably for a couple of hours, and I have seen two. Now, from where I was parked, I've roughly hazarded a guess that the area that I'm in is near where they showed. Jake from Sticky's joining me today to shoot some content for their channel and for their social media. But I thought whilst he's here, I've got about 18-20 hours of fishing. I've got to be packed up by 7 o'clock in the morning and home because I've got a meeting with the wedding planner, with Laura. I thought I might as well take you along with me and we can see, or I can see, what I can produce. Hopefully there's a bite to be had in it. Yeah, as you can see, the water level is up. I've just panned you around there. And I've got the bivvy up. I wouldn't say it's on an island, actually. It's where it was before. And of course, accompanying me with this session is Mr. Oakley Puppies, who at the minute, while I'm getting myself set up, is just sat in there relaxing. But here we go. I'll give you a rough tour of the swim in a minute, once I've got the rods sorted. The rods are out. The boys are here.
Easy.
Jake, Connor. Connor, we've got to give Connor's YouTube a shout out. What is it?
Just Connor Hatton.
Oh, it's just Connor Hatton. That's his name.
Just Connor Hatton.
Nice and simple, just like all of us lot. So the rods are out, looking fine. Gone for me usual. You'd never guess what I've done. I've put 3 rods in a straight line and put bait over the top. And now I don't know if you can see, but the water's up a bit. But I've got my pole elastics there in the middle of shot. So, like what I was saying before, all of those rigs are in a straight line, probably a couple of feet apart. Something totally new to me. I've never fished free on a spot before, but I thought I'd give it a go. Yeah, I've gone back out to the same spot. So what I've done is I looked at the video that I shot before and obviously all my notes that I'd got down. I've gone straight back in line with that tree there to the same distance, and I've just started off with 15 spoms, mulched up manila, whole 12mm manila, sweet corn and hemp, and a little sprinkling of bloodworm pellet in there as well. But these boys are down because we've got a few little producty bits to shoot. Looking professional.
Very.
So I'll be showing you more of that as we go, but it's looking good. I've seen a couple of fish out there. The weather's dire, it's chucking it down with rain. The lake's very high up, but we're out here, we're having a go, and it's January. Current situation, 2 hours into the shoot. We've not really shot a great deal. We're trying to get a few bits and pieces done, but this is the state of play. The weather's horrendous. Connor's seeking a bit of refuge in the bivvy. Jake's trying to get some shots of the rods. And I'm sat here with my hat on looking like Humpty Dumpty. Yeah, they did say it was going to rain, but I didn't expect it to have continued to rain quite as much as what it has done. We have seen a couple more fish out there, which is a good sign, but now I'm contemplating should I put one out on a zig, because they look quite ziggy shows. But then on the flip side, it's only a shallow lake, so I'm never far away from them. It's about 6 foot now, even with the water up. The rods have only been out there about 2 hours. It is January. I shouldn't be too impatient. I should just sit on my hands a little bit longer, but it's looking good apart from the rain. But hopefully it starts to clear soon. Well, well, well. The left hand has just pulled up tight. Bit of a pathetic bite, really. But then, to be honest with you, if I was eating, I wouldn't want to swim that far if I got hooked. And we have got a carp in there, and he ain't a bad one either. Look at that. Oh, look at that bad boy. The boys filming me.
Filming you.
It's all the bits and pieces that we've got to get done. But we need a bit more sun, really. We could do some sun. Whilst I'm here, I might as well just show you the little rig. Oh, so here we go. Gone back to the spinner, because obviously no one's ever seen a spinner before. Got a bit of yellow foam there. These have been doused in signature bait spray. And I've got, I don't know, about 6 or 8 maggots on top of there. No, it's not more 6, there's more than 6 right now. There's about 10 maggots on top of there. Crank-X, size 4. And this is just fish naked style on the tapered main line. I've gone back to my £4 Tesco, so I didn't know what lake I was going to be fishing when I come up here.
Go and get.
These two are moaning they're cold. It is cold, but I don't moan about the cold, for those of you that watched my vlogs before. But yeah, there we go. We've got a carp. Slightly bigger than what I thought. There's a little bit of a break in the weather as well now, which is a touch. Starting the year with a 30-pounder. Look at that. A fine Unity specimen. A real weighty carp, this one. Didn't look that big in the net, but when I put it on the scales, it was 30.6 £. But what a start to the year. I'm surprised it hasn't gone again, because there is definitely fish out there. I've seen a couple of fish out there, but I'm not complaining. Obviously, after the last vlog and the disasters of crashing the van, well, not crashing the van, but getting crashed into, this is definitely a reward for the past couple of weeks. It's been quite stressful, let me tell you, but I don't like to do stress. There we go, 30-pounder. Oh, there he goes. A proper winter 30-pounder. Off you go, mate. He's not moving very fast. How cold my hands are. Another carp in the net, but not without the dramas. I wiped out my middle rod. It was on the left hand one again, which was the one that I'd caught the fish on before. And when I reeled the right hand rod in, on further investigation, there was quite a lot of silkweed wrapped around the hook. Now, the left hand rod was the last rod to go out. It was the first rod that went, and it's also gone after a rechuck. Now, what I always like to do is try and analyse why that is the case. Now, what I'm thinking is the silkweed was obviously going over the hook, because the way I'd set these up was so the hook led flat, and then that bit of foam just sort of held the few maggots above it. Now, what I've done now, you can see, is I've doubled the size of the piece of foam. This is now going to be fished as a pop-up. It's probably about an hour until it gets dark. These are going to go out there now, and this is where they're going to stay until something happens. And I don't want to put them back out again and run the risk of them being snarled up in the silkweed. At least I know with this presentation, with the foam, they're going to be popped up all night, or for as long as it takes to get a bite, because hopefully there's more on the cards. And it means that my hook bait is always presented for the carp. And, you know, these are the little things that you need to look at when you're redoing your rods. You know, if you've got silkweed on your rigs, yes, I understand that as you drag that rig in, it's going to be catching it, but you've also got to think that when that silkweed's in the water, it does go quite fluffy. And if your hook bait nestles over it, it might not necessarily get snarled up when you reel in, but what could happen is if the fish are feeding over where you are, it could push the hook bait down. And we've all seen it on underwater videos where the hook bait moves and gets wafted around, and that could actually be snarled up in the silkweed for a lot longer than what you think. So a lot of people say once the rods are out, don't recast them. Personally, for the venues that I fish, recasting them regularly definitely pays off. So there you go, that's what I'm going in with. I'm doubling the size of the piece of foam. I'm going to reduce the number of maggots down to about 10, so I know then that's going to be popped up and sat proud of the bottom all night. But we've got ourselves another carp, and would you believe it, it's still raining. Well, how mad is that? Literally just made a change to putting the bigger bits of foam on, so they sat up higher. Rechucked all three, moved my left rod slightly left and moved the spot over a little bit because it's the left hand one's gone twice. Just making up a bit more bait, bobbing smack the top, in again. January madness. This was the second one. Really nice dark fish, this one. 28 pound and 12 ounces. And like I say, I rechucked all the rods, made that little change, and I got another one. Now the other one is only one of the stockies, but I'm gonna get him out because I think in this day and age, a lot of people dismiss catching smaller carp. But I think you'll agree when you see it, it is a rather special looking fish. There we go, carp number 2, on to number 3. And here he is. Like I say, a lot of people in this day and age, it's all about size. But that fish there, provided it survives, which I'm sure it will, there's no reason why it won't, someone will catch that one day at 40 pound or 30 pound and be over the moon. But look at that. Oh, number 3, he's lively. Rods are back out there, more bait over the top. Ready for the night shift. It has been a long, wet, cold day. Just sat back down in the bivvy now. The lads have just gone off to bed. It's only about 6:30, 7 o'clock, to be honest with you. It's been dark about an hour and a half. Nothing else has happened. I'm actually going to get my head down now. I cooked some pasta and chicken before I came because part of my New Year resolution, I say it every year, I'm going to eat better, but I am, and I'm really going to advocate eating better as well on the bank, because I sit back and watch through some of my old vlogs and I think, bloody hell, like, look what a mess you are, look what you're eating. So I'm going to try and slim down a bit of a healthier lifestyle. I bought a treadmill for at home, so I might even include a little bit of that on the old vlog, just to get a bit more active and try and get a bit more fitter. But anyway, enough of that waffling on. It has been a very good day on the fish front. I'll be honest with you, the past few weeks has been mega stressful, you know, with the van, insurance, getting a new van, January, so obviously my tax bill's got to be paid, all things that add stress, you know. And I'm not a person that lets stress get to me, but I've got to be honest with you, did sort of pile up a little bit. And yeah, I had to take a bit of a not time out, but I just I went for an actual walk out, which I never normally do because I was a little bit stressed. But we're over that now. I've caught some carp. Life's good. It's amazing, isn't it, what the sound of that buzzer going and a carp in the landing net can do, you know. And I think that's why so many anglers love fishing, because again, I don't really know a great deal about, like, if I, not that I've got mental health problems, because I haven't, but, you know, like, I can see now why people use it as such an escape, because in the grand scheme of things, my life isn't very stressful. And when something like this happens, or what's happened, to me, it's major stress. And there's a lot more people out there. In fact, there's millions and billions more people out there that are a lot more stressed than me. So I can see even more so now why fishing is such an escape for so many people. But yeah, getting out today, meeting up with the lads, getting the bits done that we need to for the sticky socials has been very, very good. And like I say, 3 carp to the good. Oakley has been amazing. I've just had my healthy chicken and pasta, 3 rods out there. I'm going to put 5 more spoms out. I'm going to jump into bed, and hopefully the next time I see you is with a carp on the end, but definitely that tactical change to a bigger piece of foam to bring that hook bait up off the bottom not only probably got me that extra bite, but also means that I can sit here now going to bed knowing that those rigs are presented. So if nothing happens through the night and it's classic early morning time for a bite, I know they're going to be presented. But I have got to be away early tomorrow, so this was only ever going to be a short vlog, but I'm going to start doing this all the time now. Every single session I go on, if it's not being filmed and there's no like clash of interest with it, with, say, if I'm filming with Korda, Sticky, you know, Kent Particles or Carp, then I'm just going to vlog every session, whether I catch, whether I don't catch, whether it's an overnight, or whether it's 2 nights, whether it's 3 nights, or whether it's a week. And I'm just going to keep my YouTube as up to date as possible, because all of you amazing people on there, when I read through the comments, same as my socials, you know, there really does mean a lot. And yeah, it's just so nice, you know. And I feel like everybody likes to engage with what I'm doing, and I really, really appreciate that. And I want to show you as much about my life and what I'm doing as I possibly can. Obviously, I don't show you my personal life because it's nice to have a life away from fishing, but I like to keep you all up to date with what's going on in my fishing. So yeah, here we are, sort of creeping towards the end of January, out on the bank, and we've had a couple of carp. Life is good. Okay, maybe the next time I see you, it isn't going to be with a fish in my hands. It's going to be with this little dude, because he's had a few hours sleep and he seems to wake up around 8-9 o'clock. It's just gone 9 o'clock and now he thinks it's time to play. So he's gone out for a wee, he's had a poo, I've picked it up. That's about the 5th one he's had since he's been here. Picked obviously all 5 of them up because I'm a responsible dog owner. And now we're playing tug of war on the bed, but the bed that he was never going to go on, which he's now on again. So yeah, a little bit of playtime for him, then he can go back in his cage on his bed. I can have a snooze, and hopefully if that receiver goes off tonight, it doesn't frighten the living daylights out of him, because so far, when I took him the first time, I never caught nothing. And if I catch one at night and that receiver goes off, I don't know what he's going to make of it, but I'm going to tire him out with this, and he can have a snooze, and hopefully there's going to be a carp or 2. As night starts to turn in today, the camera boys have just woken up. Oakley's having a wee, and I've had an absolute manic past half an hour. Nothing at all through the night. Then all of a sudden the left hand rod goes. It's another one of those small stockies, so I just put it back. Then the middle rod goes, and I catch that one in front. Then I catch a nice fully scaled at the back, recast, go to get everything sorted, it goes again, and I've literally just slipped that in there, just weighed it, £31 12 ounces of amazing Unity Lake, really heavily scaled mirror. And this gear is now going to be packed away because I've got to be on the road within the next half hour, 40 minutes. So it has been an uber productive overnight session. 7 fish now, 2 30-pounders. The other one in there may be close, I don't know, I've not weighed it. But yeah, I've got 1 rod left out. I'm not going to reach up the other rods, but mental. And yeah, we had loads of rain last night and I managed to avoid all of it and catch only this morning when it had stopped raining. So that's a bonus, isn't it? But yeah, there we go. Got 3 more fish to show you. This is the first of the 3 that I'm going to get out and show you. Obviously I'll put the smaller one back, and this is the smaller of the 3 that I've got to show. Just over £21. £21 and 2 ounces of Unity. I'll give that fully scaled. And the other 2 are bigger, but one of them's over £30, I know that for certain. Look at that. Lovely end to a rather wet and miserable, I would say 24-hour session, but it isn't. It'll be about 18 hours by the time I reel in and go home. Lovely. Well, this one here, which I thought was smaller than the one that I've already weighed at 31.12, was actually £32. So this is the biggest of the session. 7th fish, this is going to be my final fish. 3 over £30, and he's lively. Come on. And the dog's actually got involved. Although he just seems to be zooming past, I don't think he's overly fussed about a carp. Look at him. Did it taste nice? Herbie never ever used to go near a carp. Maybe Oakley might be a bit different, quite powerful, this fish. Come on, let's have one last little look at you. Show the viewers. Show what you're all about. Nice winter colours on them. Oh, is he having a fat knot? Come on, my legs are hurting now. I'm going to let you go. Hopefully don't distract him. There we go. A 32-pounder. And the one I'm going to show you now, the one I'm going to end on, is an absolute banger, as they say. Well, how about that for a carp in January? £31, 12 ounces of Unity bad boy. That's definitely rounded off this session. I've got to go home now, so I've got to go and have a wedding planning meeting. But I'm going to do a little session rundown when I'm sat in the van as I'm driving out. But look at that. What a carp to catch in January. 31.12. Your beauty. Well, I said that I was going to update you when I was back in the van driving out. Obviously, you will tell straight away that my hair is different. That's because I didn't update you when I was driving out. I went home, had a haircut, and this is the following day. But what an amazing session, you know. Not only another successful session on the bank with Oakley, my first session in the new van. So the van's obviously brought me luck. And a session on a lake where, to be honest with you, I didn't really think it was going to happen. Now, I know obviously in angling, lots of people make excuses up, etc., etc. And by me saying that I didn't think it was going to happen, that's not because I didn't have faith in my own angling. That's because the lake had been fishing very slow. There was a lot of flood water gone in there. Flood water's obviously cold water. It's dirty water. The visibility in the lake was different to when I was up there before. And once you're, or when you're off of a lake for a few weeks, like I have been with Unity, things change. But I'm thankful that I was on the phone to Scott Lloyd for my sins, because when I was on the phone to him, obviously I couldn't get much signal there, which meant that I could look out of the window and look for fish, which is something that I'm sure as anglers we're all guilty of. You pull up, you walk into a swim, you start looking for fish, your phone pings, your head's down and you're looking at your phone, you know, you might miss that subtle sign. And that's exactly what happened. You know, I was on the phone to Scott, I saw one show, that sort of told me where they were, saw another one show, bang, that led me to being exactly where the carp were. And as we all know, if you're not where the fish are, you're simply not going to catch, you know. It rained the whole time I was there, which is obviously annoying. I know this vlog is only an 18-hour session, but I did catch 7 fish, 3 over £30, and that scaly one at the, or second to last scaly one that you would have seen, that 31-pounder. What a carp. You know, there's 2 fish in there that are like that. One of them's 31 and the other one scrapes 40. That's the one, or one of the ones that I wanted. So that was amazing. It gets me up and running for 2026. It's still ongoing with the van, with the insurance. I don't know what's happening yet with my old van. So at present, I own a brand new custom, and I own a 5-year-old custom that is over in Wales in, I would say scrapyard, but it isn't. It's in the assessor's yard waiting to be assessed. So that is it. That is it from me. I've had my ears lowered. It's show season coming up. I'm going to be at the Brands At show if this hasn't gone out before then. I'm also going to be at the Big One show. Where else am I going to be? Scott Lloyd's fishing show in the middle of the year. And like I said in my last video, if you ever want to ask me a question, drop me a DM on my socials, put a question or whatever you want down in the comments box below, and I'll always try my best to get back to everyone. Once again, a massive thank you, big love. I'm feeling more and more like a YouTuber every time I do these vlogs. Hit that subscribe, hit that like, and I'll see you on the next one.